go.
Have you ever owned a gun or know someone who does? Think about how many people in your personal life own a gun and use it properly, whether that is for hunting or self-defense. Now think of how many people you know that own a gun and use it in a bad way. My name is Ethan Stave, and tonight I will be talking to you about gun control in the U.S. Many people think that we have a major gun problem in the U.S., but I believe it's more of an educational problem and a mental health disorder that is making gun control sound bad. After the research I have obtained, I feel I am highly proficient to inform you, my audience, about this topic. Today I'll be informing you of the many reasons why the United States should not increase gun control laws. I'll also be showing you statistics showing that most gun deaths are caused by people with illegal guns. According to a study, Applied Economics Letters found that assault weapon bans have done nothing to stop the murder rates for assault rifles. And states with restrictions on concealed carry permits and higher gun laws have actually higher gun deaths. A fact most Americans do not think about is guns do not kill people, people kill people. Just because you own a gun doesn't make you a killer, and that gun isn't a killer because it's a gun. There are so many different uses for guns, like self-defense, hunting, or sport shooting, not just to harm people. Mental health in the United States is an overwhelming problem, and blaming people killing each other. Mental health issues in the U.S. create all the bad publicity about guns. As you know, Biden just announced his 4 or 5 new gun laws that he is trying to make. One of them is the red flag law. This red flag law is good in principle, but will not work because it is saying that anyone in your community can claim you have a mental disorder, or any doctor that doesn't like you can claim you have a mental disorder and get their firearms taken away. Now, you would think that no one's gonna do that. There's actually a court case in Pennsylvania where a doctor did not like their patient and their patient was not paying them, and they filled out all the paperwork, because Pennsylvania does have some red flag laws, and got his guns taken away illegally just because he wanted to get back at him. Now, the whole red flag law isn't a really bad idea because the people that need their guns taken away because they have mental health, I mean, they shouldn't have guns, but you have to have due process with actually confirming they have a mental health problem. There's a lot of different solutions to gun control and shootings in the U.S. Many of these shootings have been caused by tons of uproar in the last year and really been politicized by the media because of this. I believe if Biden wasn't elected president, we would not have any of the media showing what they are today, and they would actually be showing the truth. That includes about why people are getting shot and how it is actually happening and where they're getting their guns from. Another last thing is Biden talked about this gun show loophole, and he was describing as any gun show you go to, you have to go through no background checks, no ID, nothing to buy a gun. That is completely false. Back 30 years ago, it might have been a thing, but the loophole he's talking about is criminals selling guns out of the back of their cars. And you're never gonna stop that, just like you can never stop drugs coming into the country or anything like that. The more laws you enforce will make it easier for criminals to get away with it, because everyone's gonna turn to it too. In conclusion, I do not believe that more gun laws will help our gun problem in the U.S. I believe that gun education and educating on people how to properly use firearms and combating mental disease and the fake news about firearms will help gun control in the U.S. If you look at other countries around the world and look at the statistics behind it, we really don't have a gun problem. It's just that the media really blows it up way out of proportion to try to push their agenda. Thank you for listening to me tonight. I hope I've changed your views on gun control in the U.S.